Bill Holman has immersed himself in the mysteries of the Mayan calendar and its dire end-time predictions. He has taken the Mitchell Hedges skull to Sedona, Arizona, to tap into sacred power points. And now, for the last time, Bill returns to the Bay Islands of Honduras. He has a photograph left to him by Anna Mitchell Hedges. It could lead him to the location of a lost crystal skull. Just to the east of here is the island of Helene, which is almost as wild today as when Morgan the pirate sailed these waters. It's a place also known for its many caves, and in one of those caverns, Mitchell Hedges is said to have hidden another crystal skull. That idea keeps driving Bill forward.
And it was made of pure crystal. It was enchanted by the natives. They said it was enchanted, so they left it down there and they reburied it in a different location. So it's still down there.
Anna gave Bill two photographs taken by her father in the 1930s. One is of the coastline. The other depicts an entrance to the cave he desperately wants to find.
There's a lot of people you can meet down there, and they have the stories. And we're going to meet the right people, and they're going to be able to bring us to some of these treasures and these things that are still down there.
One of those people is local caving expert Ron Ryan. Bill has given Ron the photo of the coastline, hoping Ron may be able to identify the area and lead Bill to the caves nearby. We navigate between the mangrove swamps and the shore, and finding the spot is harder than it looks. It's been more than 70 years since the picture was taken, and almost everything has changed.
We're looking for caves. Most of the caves seem to be right in the middle of this ridge. Okay. Right in the middle of the hills right there. So if there is a cave, it'd be right there.
Ron finally thinks he's found it.
Looks like a rock right there.
Amazingly, he's at the exact spot depicted in the photo taken by Mitchell Hedges in the 1930s.
Gotta be it. There's a hill right here. It just goes up. My God.
But as Bill prepares to go ashore, there is resentment brewing back in Belize.
My personal belief is that crystal skull should be brought back to Belize, and either they put it into the museum or maybe displayed by Lubantun, where it is found. And I think its rightful owner is the Mayas. So I think it should be back in its right place.
I should think it belongs to Belize. That's my idea. I think it should belong. Whatever from here belongs to here.
It's property of Belize, and I think it probably should be returned back home.
And the time for that return may be approaching quickly, for many believe it is critical for the skulls to come together as soon as possible.
The native elders refer to the period of time that we are now entering as the time of the awakening, or the time of warning. So they believe that the skulls are emerging now to help us awaken, to help to warn us that we must change the course of humanity before it's too late.
And if the conspiracy theory involving NASA has any truth to it, the U.S. government may be on the hunt too.
We will build new ships to carry man forward into the universe, to gain a new foothold on the moon, and to prepare for new journeys to the worlds beyond our own.
On January 14th, 2004, President Bush declared that the United States would set up a space station on the moon by the year 2015. Richard C. Hoagland thinks our renewed interest in the moon has to do with his theory that Apollo astronauts found a robotic head on the moon that may be related to the crystal skulls.
Is it possible that the reason we're all suddenly rushing back to the moon now is that after 40 years, the folks at Area 51, with expertise from Caltech and MIT and Los Alamos, figured out how to talk to this thing, and it told them of the extraordinary wonders that are waiting on the moon?
Meanwhile, back in Honduras on the island of Helene, and with the pressure on, Bill Holman and Ron Ryan think they're close to the underground caves that may contain a crystal skull.
There's an opening up high. Yeah.
Pushing further up the mountain, they find an entrance to a cave remarkably like the one in the Mitchell Hedges photograph. It's guarded by a huge tarantula.
A bat just flew on my back.
Bill is on full alert. He's never been so deep underground. This cave is a very tight fit, and there are bats, spiders, and poisonous insects at every turn. In caves such as this one, the ancient Maya conducted arcane rituals and even human sacrifice. Who knows what Bill and Ron may come upon next? But they don't give up. The descent is becoming dangerous. Ron almost falls off a crumbling ledge.
Okay.
But they continue until they can go no further.
Hey, Ron, if you were here, where would you put the crystal? Where would be a good place to hide it?
Well, I'd probably go down the smallest, deepest hole I could find, and where I'm standing here is actually, I can see down this hole over here quite a ways, but boy, I couldn't get in there. And probably if I really wanted to hide it, I would have put it down in that hole and then just buried it again.
But if there is a hole below, it's almost impossible to get to it. The entrance is sealed over.
It's solidified in there, so it's almost like somebody poured cement on top of it. So, I mean, that would be a perfect spot to hide something like that.
If something is hidden, there is no way to get to it without blowing a hole through the rocks with dynamite. And that approach could destroy the site completely.
Basically blasting, getting underneath this floor here.
Strange as it seems, there may be another reason not to continue. Like the buried treasure in Roatan, if there is a crystal skull here, Bill half-jokingly believes it actually may have a curse upon it.
They said it was enchanted, that's why they left it here. And maybe the gods are putting protection on it. What do you think?
I would believe that. I would think so. It probably belongs here, and that's where it wants to stay.
Bill once again returns to Belize and to his friend Leonardo Acul. Because Leonardo trusts Bill and throughout this adventure has found him worthy, he is about to reveal an incredible secret to him. There is a sacred ancient place, a holy site known only to the Maya of this region, a place that holds an ancient crystal skull. This will truly be Bill's last chance.
Up next, what no outsider has ever seen. A ruin overgrown, all but lost to the forces of time. Can ancient rituals help us find another skull? And prevent a prophesized Armageddon when Mystery of the Crystal Skulls continues.